Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like my videos, subscribe channel, and keep the notification open. Enjoy watching. Jurgen Klopp has revealed Liverpool will be boosted by the return of number 1 goalkeeper Alisson Becker for their Premier League opener at Fulham. The Reds boss does have other injury woes throughout this squad, though, but has said he doesn't intend to enter the transfer market as a quick fix. Alisson is expected back for the Fulham test after illness and an abdominal problem. Diogo Jota is among the players who will miss the start of the season through injury. Liverpool have enjoyed a productive summer in terms of incomings with deals for Calvin Ramsey, Fabio Carvalho and blockbuster new arrival Darwin Núñez all arriving at Anfield ahead of the new campaign. Having completed their business early, the Reds had been hoping to avoid any late drama in the transfer market. However, a number of injuries within the first-team squad have left Klopp's side looking a little bit thin ahead of Saturday's Premier League opener against Fulham, a clash that will be exclusively live on TalkSport. Liverpool will welcome Alisson back from illness, however they will be without Curtis Jones, Kostas Tsimikas and Ibrahima Konate at Craven Cottage, while Diogo Jota and Kevin Kelleher are long-term absentees as they undergo rehabilitation programs on injuries sustained over the summer. While Klopp says that the Reds have been unlucky with injuries of late, he remained hopeful that the club would not need to pursue further signings in order to handle the number of absences. Although it appears he didn't rule it out completely, he said it would mainly affect previously prepared outgoings, rather than new players coming in. Speaking in his pre-match press conference on Friday, Klopp said, "Ali is fine. We have too many injuries, that's true, but in the moment nothing changed with their approach to the transfer market. There were a lot of unlucky situations, started with Kevin, started with Diogo pretty much. One was injured, the other one got a re-injury, it was not 100% clear. There's no criticism, because you made a story of everything that I say, but it is like this. He's with the national team, both of them were with their national teams. There is a diagnosis, we get the diagnosis, we trust the diagnosis, that's completely normal, but you are not in the full process all the time. The national team takes over in moments, we try to step in as early as possible." Klopp is hoping that the club's injury woes will not force them into the transfer market in the coming weeks. Diogo, it was obviously slightly too early, or the injury was different in the first place. They are already fine and in a few weeks they will be back. Klopp added, "These kind of things are not cool, but we cannot sort a problem we have for 4 weeks with a transfer for a full year, that makes, in the moment at least, no sense for us. But the transfer window is still open and we will see." But the plans don't go in that direction. The worrying numbers that show how much work Arsenal, Chelsea and Tottenham need to catch Manchester City and Liverpool in Premier League title race. The Premier League title race has become something of a two-horse race in recent years, but that hasn't always been the case. Manchester City and Liverpool go into the upcoming campaign as clear front-runners to be crowned champions next May after proving themselves to be head and shoulders above their rivals in recent years. Klopp and Guardiola have dominated English football in recent years. Things have gone south for the London clubs since Conte's title win at Chelsea in 2017. Pep Guardiola's side have come out victorious in 4 of the last 5 seasons, while Jurgen Klopp's Reds won the title in 2019-20 as well as pushing City all the way in last year's enthralling title battle. Manchester United have also held their own in recent years, recording 2 second-place finishes in that time. For the London contingent, it's been a far more disappointing few years with no side winning the title since Chelsea in 2017. Wenger's final season as Arsenal boss did not end well. After winning the title under Antonio Conte the previous year, things went south at Chelsea in the 2017-18 campaign after losing the title to Man City, who recorded a staggering 100 points. Chelsea finished the season in 5th spot, 30 points behind City's 70, missing out on Champions League qualification. Arsenal were even further behind on 63 points, with Tottenham the closest to the champions on 77 points, 23 behind Guardiola and County. City won back-to-back titles for the first time in their history in 2019 after finishing the season on 98 points, just 1 ahead of Liverpool, who pushed them all the way. Again, Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal were way off the pace despite finishing third, fourth and fifth respectively. Maurizio Sarri's side came closest to the crown, however with 26 points separating them from top spot, it's clear that the gap between London and the Northwest was widening. If London clubs thought 2018-19 was bad, things got even worse the following year. As Liverpool ended their lengthy wait for the Premier League title, clubs in the capital found themselves way off the pace, with Chelsea coming closest with a fourth-place finish on 66 points. A total of 33 points behind the Reds, this was nothing compared to Tottenham and Arsenal, who were an eye-watering 40 and 43 points respectively from being at the top of the tree. City won back-to-back titles for the first time in their history in 2019 after finishing the season on 98 points, just one ahead of Liverpool, who pushed them all the way. Again, Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal were way off the pace despite finishing third, fourth and fifth respectively. Maurizio Sarri's side came closest to the crown, however with 26 points separating them from top spot, it's clear that the gap between London and the Northwest was widening. The top of the Premier League was much more competitive in 21-22, however it was Man City, Man United and Liverpool who claimed the top three places again. City won the title on 86 points, and despite closing the gap somewhat, Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal were still some way off. The Blues finished fourth and 19 points off top, while the North London rivals ended 26 and 27 points behind City respectively. It was a much stronger showing from the London contingent last term, but it would be a stretch to say that they were genuine rivals for Man City and Liverpool. Guardiola's side won the title on 93 points with Liverpool second, however Chelsea and Tottenham did manage top finish in the top four on 74 and 71 points respectively. Arsenal finished fifth and 24 points behind City, a stark improvement on recent years but still a long way off their Northwest rivals. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, a better fit for Chelsea than Cristiano Ronaldo as Barcelona striker linked with Premier League transfer. Jason Cundy believes Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang would be a good fit for Chelsea. The Blues are keen to bring in a new striker this summer after allowing Romelu Lukaku to leave the club for a season-long loan with Inter Milan. Aubameyang could leave Barcelona just 7 months after joining. Lukaku is looking fit and ready for the new season after leaving Chelsea. There is also speculation regarding the future of Timo Werner, meaning the need for a new attacker could step up yet further. Cristiano Ronaldo is one player who has been linked with a move to the club following his admission that he'd like to leave Manchester United this summer. Meanwhile, Aubameyang has emerged as a fresh target as well. The ex-Arsenal man only moved to Barcelona in January, but following the club's signing of Robert Lewandowski, it means the Gabon international could be available. With the 33-year-old boasting plenty of Premier League experience, former Chelsea defender Cundy believes he could be a decent addition for Thomas Tuchel's side. Speaking on the sports bar, Cundy said, "Of the ones that are available, Aubameyang is not the worst, for me. Aubameyang is facing an uncertain few weeks. Lewandowski has rocked up at Barcelona. Has he not been told that chances will be limited for him now? Has he not been told that? Lewandowski's getting in ahead of Aubameyang, that's a no-brainer. I would absolutely have him, at Chelsea, . Asked if he would have Aubameyang or Ronaldo, Cundy replied, "I'd rather have Aubameyang. I would. Under Tuchel I just can't see how Ronaldo would fit in. I can't see how Tuchel would work with Ronaldo. It just doesn't make sense with the way that he wants to play. Aubameyang would be a better fit up top for Chelsea than Ronaldo would be."